This is wild, dude. What a fun time we're having today. Wow. Wow. Sup? How you doing? Sup Shredders. Welcome to the live stream. Before we get into it, hi everyone. Hello. Hello everyone. I'm gonna say hello to everyone. So hello to Jimmy Sun, Blue Dinner Box, Alvin K, Chow Danny, Jay, LC, RC, Andreas, Wenhao, Tianchimu, Luca, Fan, Jacob, you, Lanny1185, Eric, yeah, I think Blue Dinner Box, you. We've also got Ruo, Andreas, Sky Yon, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for the haircut. I've decided just to have this today. It's quite hot in New Zealand at the moment, so I'm just having a bit of a chill day today. It's like the Olympics only every week. And Sup Reflection, how you doing it? And Sup Vivi, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. So today, yeah, don't worry. I have Jimmy Sun. You are one of the people I have most seen today. One of the most, like, So I'm gonna copy the list now. You can see me. Actually, you can't. I'm copying the list now, so you can. Everyone can see that I'm not missing any guesses, right? So I'm copying from Jimmy right until we go to Ruo. I'm gonna make this big as well, so that you can see it. I think that's good, right? That's 300, so you guys will hopefully be able to see it. And then I've actually got to put the little title thing that I do. Yeah, we're going to be doing fan requests today. Fan requests. Well done to everyone for coming into the live stream, by the way. I know we started a few minutes late, but I think that we've figured out how to do these from now on in a better way. It's okay. We'll just do the thing. So in future, when I say 3, 2, 1, or I just said 1 for all of the numbers. 3, 2, 1, right? When I say 3, 2, 1, it means we're going to get into it. And when I say go, that's when we put the request through. Yeah. So I literally copied, just before we get into it so that everyone's aware, I copied from Jimmy Sun's, and the last one I've copied is Ruo. There are a lot of requests here. I'm a fair human being, so I will do the full 2 hours. So we'll do an extra 10 minutes at the end, okay? Just so that we have everything nice and fair. So okay? There we go. And Jimmy Sun, thank you for waiting for me. I wish you the best of luck in finding a partner if that's what you're looking for. And Tianchimu, your song is in there. Don't worry. So without further ado, Streamlabs. I'm hoping that I've got everything else. So obviously that was last week's one. I've just got to edit that, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah. SB fan request. You guys will be seeing something kind of funny. Fan request 25. Let's review your songs. Review your favorite songs. And then a smiley face, because that's how we do it here. We've got happy vibes. Happy vibes today. Let's go. So we've got Jimmy Sun first. Thank you for all your choices, Jimmy Sun. And we've got this song. Now, I'm hoping this is the right one. Let me know if the audio levels are good, please. Good to see you, RC. Now, also remember, listening time and conclusion time. So I have listening and conclusion time as well. Although it will be a bit more chill than the regular streams. I'm not going to be doing massive conclusions after them, okay? Okay, let's go. So this will be the first track here. Jimmy Sun. Not this one. Okay. Okay. Can you see it? Is it? Okay. Okay. A Man's Head. A Man's Head released in 1994. So that's 2019. So this is. Okay, so I've got it. Cool, awesome. So it's this one. Awesome, thank you. Not this. Okay. The second one. Okay. So it must be this one then. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. I'm playing the 1994 one. I'm playing the 1994 one. Thank you, everyone. I'm liking the bells and the they're really kind of out there vocals. Really unusual, but I kind of dig it. Great vocal range for this type of music, really present in the mix. I'm just gonna, I saw a super chat come out of the way. Shen. Happy birthday. Have a kick-ass day. Happy birthday, and thank you for the donation, Shinida. Have a kick-ass day, alright? Happy birthday. Everyone wish a happy birthday. Please. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. What a beautiful day. And thank you for the happiness and well-being wishes. Thank you very much. I love the cymbal shimmers on combination with the rounded bass tone. And I love the roundness of this as a sort of neutrality to the harmony. Oh. Sick. I love the tone of the guitars, man. It is very 90s though. The vocal overdubs are absolutely sensational. The guy's got strong pipes, a strong vocal technique, and he just sits in with a great presence, regardless of whether I've got those clean acoustics at the start or the full guitar, bass, and drums at the end. Great. Good choice, Jimmy. Good choice, man. Okay, interesting. Interesting choice there for the harmonic there. I kind of dig it. Great resonance to those toms as well. Definition those drum fills there. The guitar is lazily shifting around. I like the little clicks and bells and stuff like that they have as well there. I think that's really dope. It's really pleasant to listen to. It adds a nice sheen and shimmer and contrast to those distortions earlier on. It's an unusual sort of vibe here where we have a sort of, we're not sticking to a technical major or minor overall tonality there. There's a lot of nuance with some sus harmonies in there. The panning is interesting there. I kind of dig that a lot. It kind of gives me an 80s kind of classic rock vibe, like bands like Bon Jovi and stuff like that. Although, to be honest with you, I kind of like the lack of a lead guitar in here. I like the reliance on the overall component of, aside from like instead of like a few key instruments. Oh, that snare's got an interesting tone to it. It's very punchy. It cuts through the mix really well. Kind of a very sassy lead guitar on the right as well. Can you hear those higher harmonies on the right as well? The guy's got phenomenal head and chest voice. Oh, that build, that crescendo. And that's the 5-minute mark. It was great to hear this musician go, man. He's got incredible pipes, eh? Incredible pipes. Thank you very much. Who is this man? Who is this man? I'm going to go over to Deepow over here and figure out what the deal is with this guy. What's his name? I don't need this to be that big. So basically, this is saying that it's back to Lhasa Jingjun or something like that. I could be wrong, but this is what Deepel is telling me. His name is like Jingjun, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if I'm wrong, okay? But really great start to proceedings. Fantastic rock track from the 90s. I can understand why it was popular and successful. What have you guys been up to in the chat, Shredders? Oh, well, I'm glad that you come to the live stream, RC. Thank you. I know it's early for you. It's great. And we said happy birthday to Shin Yida. Thank you to all of you who said happy birthday to Shin. It means a lot to me. You know, I think birthdays are special. And I think no matter how many you have, it's important to make the most of them and to let people know that they're valued and appreciated by wishing them happy birthday. So thank you to all of you for that. Great vocal performance. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Phenomenal. I'm not sure. Like, let me let me know if the audio is a bit low. I have lowered the volume slightly on my microphone because when I get too close to it, it was distorting. So apologies if my mic is a little bit low. I'm hoping that isn't a massive issue overall, though. I'm sure I can put a compressor on it and figure it out. I may have to do that at some point, but that's okay. Shin Yuda, it's probably gone by now, but I hope Shin Yuda, if you're watching this, I hope you had a great time at work, and I hope you got to have a great, I hope you have a great day, great birthday, It does sound like it was recorded. Best music period after 2000. The music had a great crash. Okay. Alvin K is back. Song's probably my favorite as rocker. I'm glad that Chinese music rules. That's awesome. He's in the Xizang, which has the highest mountain of the world. Oh, I get it. That's cool. I get it. So there's a bit of political stuff in here as well. Okay. Lasso Destination Dope. And Sup Martin, welcome to the live stream as well. The typing and take back of hi. Oh, okay. Okay, and thank you for saying hello to people. It's great that you guys are friendly towards one another. I appreciate that. And Jimmy Sun says there's an E5 at the end, which is pretty awesome. I dig that. That's great. Really, really talented musician. It's not an easy note to reach for sure. But we've got it. That was Jimmy Sun's track for the day. Thank you very much. We've got a blue dinner box with the next song for today. Matsuri Fuji Gaze, and we're going to get that sorted. And here we go. Fuji Kaze. She's and listening time. And hang on. I didn't quite say listening time before. Jiaxing Shen? Hopefully I haven't butchered your name. Good to see you too. Thank you for coming along to the live stream. Hopefully things are going well for you too. But yeah, thank you very much. It's good to see people here having a good time and just chilling. But yeah, thanks to Blue Dinner Box for this track here. Very fresh sounding, isn't it? Well, this is really popular, man. 15 million plays. Crazy, man. I like the combination of those sort of trappish sort of hi-hats in combination with the piano with the offbeat kind of playing. Oh, a nice body to his voice as well. It's groovy, man. I love these really playful, mellow harmonies. Oh, damn. And that little subtle fill as well in there, just that transition there. Fantastic device. Oh, fantastic alternate phrasing of the vocals there. And it bounces. There's so much going on. I feel like I'm listening to a K-pop song and singing in between the breaks. Great legato feel. And that woodwind or that flute that's going on there is such a fantastic welcome addition in that high end. I love his range as a vocalist as well. Like there's some parts where he goes really soft and sort of like sensual, and other times where like he has a bit more pep and energy in his step, and it kind of walks you through it with a confidence and a swagger that I think is befitting for someone at this pitch. Guitars? That is some clean distortion there. And the bass coming back in there. Boom. Ah. It's so airy and atmospheric with those pads around the place, and he's got such a lovely combination of instruments in here. It really is a sight to behold. Let it flow, man. Great extended harmonies there. Again, the smoothness, the production is absolutely insane in this track. I love music production in 2020s. You know, people have really managed to nail this aesthetic of the combination of like the jazzy lo-fi fusions with other instruments being included, just to sort of spice it up a little bit. Okay, including that flute motif on top is cool. Yeah. Right, let it come to the sides. I love those vocal harmonies as well. They're great textures. It's like his voice is a synth pad. He knows when to be percussive and when to sort of add it. And, you know, again, like to use those guitars as sort of an atmospheric device as opposed to like a lead development build-up or something like that as a masterstroke. Now his finish, he just snaps out of it like that at the end. It's just wild, man. It's crazy stuff. The guy's an absolute savant. Fuji Kaze gets a like in my book. I'm very happy with that track. Good vibes, man. Very articulate, interesting track. Makes the most of the 3.5 minutes it goes for and leaves nothing to be desired. What have you guys been up for in the chat? Blue Dinner Box says, let's go. Blue Dinner Box, fantastic choice. Thank you very much for your submission for today. I had a great time with it. I'm starting to really enjoy Fuji Kaze's music. That look on this album is fire. Like, yeah, I would say he's having the time of his life for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll give you a Jimmy Sun says I'll give you another crazy song on the next live stream. Oh, good night. Good night, Jimmy. Good night. That's the downside of me listening to the track during the listening time, not checking the chat, is that I don't see if people say goodbye. But I appreciate you coming along to the live stream. Thank you very much for being a part of it. It's good vibes. It's good vibes. And I look forward to the next crazy song in the next live stream. You are welcome. Are you the Spiderhands production host? Your interests are wide. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love reviewing all sorts of music. So feel free to bring in whatever kind of music you want to. I'm always happy to listen to new stuff. Just as long as the picks are at or below 5 minutes, because we have like a 5-minute rule with these fan request live streams. And that's okay. And thank you for saying goodbye, Luke at Fan. Yeah, good vibes, Alvin K. Absolutely. But I enjoyed that second track. It's awesome. And remember that if you want, I'm still adding more tracks to this. It's taking a bit longer than I figured. But if you want to check out any of the songs, oh, there's a duplicate. Whoops. If you want to check out any of the tracks that were reviewed in these fan request live streams, we do have the SP fan request playlist on Spotify, so you can check that out if you're like, oh, I missed that song. And we also, yeah, it's pretty comprehensive. We have like an entire day's worth of music now. You could literally start at 12 at midnight and finish just after midnight the next day and have absolutely no filler or repeats. So that's dope. But again, thank you, Blue Dinner Box, for that. Great choice. We now have track number 3, Alvin K. Present Continuous, and this is by the Shanghai Restoration Project, which is kind of dope. So we'll have a look at that, eh? Get that started. What's this one about? Oh, this is very surreal, isn't it? Oh, it's kind of trippy sounding, isn't it? Is this sort of more avant-garde or something like that? Oh no, I can follow it. It's just the textures are a bit odd at first, like the reverse kind of looped takes, but... So those vocals are chops, like chopped vocals? chord note groove there, accenting on that. It's kind of nice to have the vocals be the main melodic or harmonic device in a track here. A little bit trippy and unconventional, but nothing wrong with that. I kind of like the constant 16th note groove of the sequencer in the background with those chord note kicks. I think it's just such a great sort of ground bit for whatever they do melodically, or thematically with the with those vocal parts there. And having the two vocalists, the male and the female, is really powerful as well. They're so. This is kind of one of the few tracks where I'd find that having the vocals made it more of an instrumental. And the weirdest thing for me is that I typically get kind of, as you guys know, I am meticulously disinterested when there is a theme that goes on for too long or there's just too much of it. Do you know what I mean? But this song is just keeping me sort of like mesmerized. Oh, but there's something new anyways. Oh, fantastic sequencer work is not all the same volume as dynamic range. Ooh. Slaps. Oh, that's a fun choice there. I'd like to know more about how they produce this. It's fascinating to me that they've managed to keep something without a story or a... Because this track is called Present Continuous, by the way, by the Shanghai Restoration Foundation Project. The Shanghai Restoration Project. Have we listened? I think we've listened to these guys.
On screen with a slight delay. All on the same pair of pants and no more need for shoes. Carbon levels dropping, airplanes on the ground. When those numbers get high, you will learn a new set of rules. Animals taking back habitats, get a cat.
I like, at this point, I'm not even mad that there are vocals this late. Like, usually I talk about like the danger of intro core, where you have... sometimes songs take a really long time to get to like the meat or the gritty part of a track, you know, the part you want to sort of vibe with and nod your head to. But the Shanghai Restoration Project didn't take their time with it. They went straight into that main motif with those synths and the drums and the vocal chops. Now having more context about the story is the icing on the cake, and it's so it's really impressive how smooth it is.
Talk to her, sing, ease your species loneliness.
And it's not even necessarily conventional sequencer motifs going on here. Because like there's some 7th stuff going on here, like we're modulating those harmonies.
Underpaid, day after day, just through you and I've got to thank these angels in some way.
Talking about thanking the angels and the animals reclaiming their habitat and everything like that, as if the constant shift of movement is the chaos within itself.
Faces gathered on screen with a slight delay. All want the same pair of pants and no more need for shoes.
Wait, sorry, do we have no money for shoes? These are metaphors, right? Or is this deliberately trippy?
Dropping airplanes on the ground. When those numbers get high, you will learn a new set of rules. Animals taking back habitats. Get a cat, why don't you name a plant? Talk to her, sing. Ease your species' loneliness.
Damn, that was an absolute banger. I didn't know what to expect coming into it. The fact that I never was disinterested with this track, no matter, like, the 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes that felt like 50 seconds. Fantastic. Fantastic choice by Alvin K today. I've enjoyed all the songs we've had so far. In fact, to be fair to everyone watching this, your picks are typically very interesting. I'm not saying it because I feel like I have to say it. It's legitimately just the case that when we listen to music together, the songs are usually slap. They usually slap, man. And I'm liking the fact that over time, we've branched out to a lot of different musicians and artists. There's more range, I think, now with these fan request live streams than there were when I started. And I think it's great to have a wide exposure to a lot of different music. So thank you for putting your choices through. But thank you to Alvin K for your choice there. Great. Fantastic track. No complaints on it, my part. I've liked it. Yep, absolutely. And what have you been up to in the chat, Shredders? Luke at Fan has enjoyed it. That's awesome. Alvin K says, yeah, they're weaving their voices in and out. Harmonic electronic melodies. Sick stuff. Thank you for the explanation there. Mizan Kenshin, thank you for coming into the live stream today. I think I've spoken to you in the YouTube comments. Yep, absolutely. I mean, I'll add your pick to the list. To be fair to you, and just in all full disclosure, I cannot guarantee we will get to your song today because there's a lot of choices on the list, man. So just for anyone who's unaware of how these fan requests work, usually when we do the fan requests, if you come when I go live, you have about 30 seconds to get your request in. Because if you don't get your fan request in within the first 30 seconds of when I go live, I'll have too many choices. In fact, nowadays it's probably about 15 seconds. I don't really want to talk about it today just because there's already quite a lot of reviews already. I mean, basically, if we don't get to your request today, we can definitely try again next week. If you're super duper keen for me to review it, you can always join the SB Patreon or via the Patreon or something like that and get custom monthly music reviews. But I'm enjoying just doing fan requests today, so I won't talk too much about that. Yeah, 2 versions. And yeah, but definitely, we can have a look at that if we get time for that. Mizan Kenshin. And good to hear RC is listening. Alvin says, Trippy like 70s songwriting lyrics. I suppose so. You know, I don't think I've listened to enough 70s stuff, and I feel like that's a part of my musical knowledge that is missing. So I might do that. If you guys have any 70s musicians you'd recommend I listen to, I'd be happy to do that. Alvin says, next time Mongolian metal or Japanese jazz. Yeah. Mongolian metal. I'd be happy with either. I like the idea of Mongolian metal, but I'm fascinated by Japanese jazz. And that's okay, RC. To be honest, man, I think we're all learning about music. I think there's always room to improve with your musical knowledge. So I'm hoping we can all learn a bit more together. And Jimmy Shin says, can you compare the 2 versions? The song is that. Okay, we will add it to the list. Thank you. We will try. We will see if we have time, Jimmy. It's just looking a bit rough with the amount of stuff we have to get through today. But that's okay. We got Chow. Thank you again to Alvin for their pick. We got Chow Danny next. Chow Danny. Here we go. And I'm going to not break it. Yeah, it's Yoga Lin today, if I'm not mistaken. Yay! Yoga Lin. You for your quest. But yeah, definitely if we have time, we'll do more songs. We'll just see. Oh, fantastic choice here from Yoga Lin. Have we done a top? Actually, no. We're going to talk about the top fives at some point. We might be taking a break from the top fives, but have we done Yoga Lin before? We've listened to him before, haven't we?
说起来并不寂寞孤单，可能我浪荡，让人家不安，才会结果都真忘。
I love the sound of the piano and the guitars there and the mild filtering they have. It's so gentle and relaxed. I love the bittersweet tone of the harmonies. And the guitar tone there is fantastic as well. I love how it resolves there as well. I mean, I've heard it before, but it never gets old. Dude, I absolutely adore his vocal style. He's got great technique, and there's a sense of I always say there's a sense of vulnerability, but it's very kind of typical at this point. What else can I describe it as? There is a sweetness there. There's an authenticity within the performance. It sounds like he's singing from the heart. Oh, I heard that right. Gonna give that a like. I'm really enjoying it so far. There's such range in the composition itself. We have these different chords come in, various different vocal harmonies there. Oh no, not vocal, but various different chord progressions there, should I say? Guitar line. Oh, great shift. Oh, this is exciting. I like this little bit of icing on the cake. I'm enjoying this. Let it be known that often if I personally, and I know this is not meant to be about myself, this is your choices, so I'll try to talk about myself. Less is needed, but I like ballads like this. I enjoy music like this. For me to really sort of get into it, I need there to be a lot of change with the chord progressions and for there to be different ways of approaching different parts and different little bits of icing on the cake. I've just got like, think of it like I've got like, I lose my attention quickly, not because I'm bored, but because I'm like, I need the dopamine, you know? I do like this, so it's incredibly pleasant. Really elegant tone fill there as well. No, similar groove. One and that was a 16th note groove. Because the tempo's slow, it seemed like an 8th. Oh, that transition to that head voice is flawless, dude. I'm loving this, eh? Gorgeous. There's a breathiness to his voice actually that is really soothing. I mean, I don't necessarily mind a repetition of the chorus because it's phrased differently by the different instruments. There is more or less. There is a dynamic range. Oh, the back ones. Yeah. Yep. That's what I want. That's what I want. You know I love that stuff. I love the fact that he had the courage to break with the triplets. To bring in those triplets there, man. I love it. It's such a great way of kind of bringing you out of it and be like, whoa, whoa, what's happening, you know? Woo! Woo! Okay. Oh. What a song. What a song. Wow. What a banger, man. Oh, I think that's honestly one of my favorite songs within the genre. But that's one of my favorite songs within the genre. Yeah, that's excellent. That's fantastic. Oh, man. Wow. Definitely one of my favorites from him. I mean, it was absolutely flawless. I've got absolutely no complaints. Thank you to Cho Danny for that pick. What have you guys been up to in the chat? Jimmy Shin, oh, you're welcome. Lucas Fan says the song is great. Shua Huang, I like this one. That's cool. His vocals are just emotive and still approachable. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Definitely one of the top 3 of Yoga Lin. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with the sweetness. Yeah, I mean, if this is Yoga Lin's best, then, like, good. I'm glad that he's got more like this. More female fans than David Tao. There's a laziness to his voice that just soothes me. Bring back karaoke memories. The last set of lyrics is different to a resolution. Ah, okay, that's good. So basically he resolved the story at the end. That's fine. Are you the DJ professional? That's not funny. I wish you good night. Did I say something offensive? I'm not sure how to take that. I don't think I said anything offensive. Oh, that's fine. Thank you to Show Danny for that. Show Danny for that wonderful choice. It's great to hear more of Jay Yogalin's stuff, more Yogalin's material. We've got a Jay now. Oh, right. Also, what I've just realized as well, why I remember, yeah, I think something to remember here is that Google is auto-correcting my voice or auto-translating my voice into subs. I've realized this only now, that maybe Google will mistranslate something I say. So yeah, there's a chance I'll offend someone without even meaning to, because Google won't know what I'm saying. So this is what it is. I don't know what you guys are reading. But yeah, apologies if I inadvertently offend anyone. I'm not meaning to do that. We're just doing music reviews. It's good. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, I'm super vibed now. I'm great. The American Nightmare. What is this, Jay? Oh, hang on. Before we go into it, Logan, can you please change my request to Todd Lundgren chain letter? Just while I remember. Here we go. Cool. Changed. All good, LC. Done. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cho Danny. Cheers for that. It is an interesting and meaningful song. I had a great time with it, and I'm appreciative that we got to listen to it. So that's all good to... Ah. Ah. Oh, no. Oh, all right. If you mean the noise complaints for neighbors, I live alone. I live in a soundproofed studio. So, it's okay. There are no noise complaints. There we go. Cool. My neighbors don't hear it. Cool. Anyways, let's go. Let's do it.
Regular time is one of the most important habits you can learn. David has probably never stopped to think what a wonderful thing sleep is. Dreams are normal too. Going to bed at a regular time each night.
What is this though?
Right off to sleep.
Rest your head, here's a lullaby.
Damn, the guitar tone and it's so heavy. It's so heavy, dude. What have we got? I'm sorry, the heaviness of those guitar, the drums, and the visceral growly vocals. That smooth arpeggio work, those sweeps. Okay, wow. Whoa. Dude, this song, I don't know if I can say the F word. This song F's. There you go. Yes. Oh, dude, I love this horror movie vibe. Happy Halloween, everyone. This is, I mean, I've got a bias towards rock and metal outside of like, you know, when I do music reviews, I try and keep a bias, but in these situations, I think everyone knows I like a bit of the shred. I love the change of time signals, dude. I love how they're just not relying on the palm muted chugs either. They've got these shreddy bits on the sides, and the changes between the Foley and the sampled vocals and the clean ones, and it's just excellent. And this is just, oh my god. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. I can't even think straight. I'm too elevated. Like, it's just ticking all the right boxes. When I was talking about getting the dopamine hits before, it changes right at the point. Right at the point where I'm like, okay, we've had enough of the breakdown. Oh, we have double time. And then like a halftime breakdown. And hook time. So, like, I have been legitimately looking for a new metal band to listen to. If anyone thinks I am not listening to the entirety of this album this weekend, I shit you, it will be my weekend is listening through this entire album. I am so happy. Jay, this is a real good pick. Thank you so much. I love the riffing on the American dream with the nightmares do come true, as if they're kind of parodying the idea of it being a perfect utopia. Great atmosphere there with the children sort of, what an album opener, dude. And it just goes into this. Oh my goodness, they didn't have to go this hard. Do you know how much effort they've put into this track? Do you know how many different sections they've had in this? Do you know how long it would have taken them to write this and to record the little quiet parts and the creepy little girl sort of chanting parts? Do you know how much effort they put into this? This is damn near a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Damn near a 9 or a 9.5 for me. I cannot fault this. I honestly think that Ice 9 Kills are one of the best bands I've heard in quite a long time. It's so refreshing, dude. I mean, like, it's going for that kind of poppy, chorusy, clean vocal solo here at the chorus, but and the reverb delayed scream at the end is just excellent. I have not heard a stronger album opener in so long. That lets you know everything you need to know about these people, their technical prowess, their vocal ability, their production chops, their compositional prowess. It is an absolute banger. Oh my lord. Jay, good choice. I'm going to need a cigarette after that one. First Love, I'm assuming that is a pick then. We'll add that to the bottom. Thank you. Who else do we have? Power metal. Yeah, I don't know how you describe this, man. Someone can help. Maybe someone can help me pick the exact subgenre of metal it is. There's elements of like death metal and like metalcore and all sorts of stuff going on here. Happy Halloween. Yeah, it is kind of like Dragon Force kind of metal. Jimmy Shin says, not sure whether you reviewed Carsick Cars music. They're really nice. I'm happy to check them out, Jimmy Shin. Is that your pick for this week? Because if it is, that's awesome. Freddy Krueger, I see. Oh, yeah, no. Like, this house that I'm in has been specifically soundproofed so that people can't hear it. So don't worry. You know, it's very difficult for people to hear the music when I play it. I, like, my neighbors can't hear it. It's fine. It's also why I use headphones anyways. This is so that I don't hear them if there's a big sound or something. They don't hear it. The middle is fine. Thank you for the hairstyle. Yeah, I think I'm taking better care of myself now than I was then. I won't go too far into it, but I'm doing some positive stuff at the moment. I did have a great time. Thank you, Fantasy. We'll add that too. Oh, it's a stress relief song. Oh my goodness, dude. I am so happy. I'm so happy right now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. I think My Chemical Romance is a phenomenal band. They have a Silver Scream album to release next year. That's awesome, Jay. Thank you so much. I'm keen to hear more. And Shinyuda says this is a stress relief song. It absolutely is a stress relief song. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Oh, man. That's awesome. Okay, so thank you. That's a mood. We got Elsie though. Next song, guys. This is very different, isn't it? Very different. This is what I love about these fan requests. You never know what you're gonna get through.
Don't take yourself too seriously. There are precious few things worth hating nowadays.
I like that line to tell you not take yourself so seriously. Interesting panning of the guitar and the vocals though, eh?
Only trying to say how things used to be. Till we grew up and we all went our separate ways. Looking for our own paths to immortality.
Yeah, this was recorded in the late 70s. This came out of 1979. Like that fuzzy guitar tone, that's kind of dope. Interesting tone of the toms.
This is how I thought I'd start my song, and it seems a little silly when I think of it. But now I'm so far along, and no one really wants to know that
I like the interesting phrasing of this, like the crash accents with the vocals. They're kind of dope.
he's wrong, that his ears can't really hear, or he's blind a bit, or that he's really weak when he thinks that he is strong. Now
He's really weak when he thinks that he's strong. That's an interesting line there.
I'm in the middle, and I just don't know if I'll make it any
Oh,
further. If
classy harmonies there.
when you live inside
Do you hear this harmony, this chord progression here? Isn't it stunning? Got some really unusual choices with these parallels and extensions.
any sound is dear, but for those who
Oh, it sinks and simmers, man. It's beautiful.
end is near. This is the ending of my song. It has made me blind and deaf and weak, but most of all, it shows you that I'm wrong. For you see that it's really twice this long, and if I should die tomorrow, it will carry on.
Again, really interesting choices, just having the one guitar on that side and having the vocals or whatever sort of synth pads or strings there on that side. I've never heard Todd Rundgren before, but I'm enjoying it. So was he like a solo artist? Did he write all and perform all his stuff himself? There's like a really nice simmer to the sound of some of those hits, like the analog disc that they recorded it on is kind of fluctuating with the gain a little bit. And I kind of like that softer sort of analog distortion. You don't get that with digital discs. You know, with digital discs, if you get distortion, it sounds like garbage. But with this one, it sounds like a bombastic, live performance. Phenomenal vocal harmonies there. Really pretty. The guitar, man, it just wails, dude. That guitar wails and goes. That continuous voicing alongside those held notes on the vocals there. The drums are just going with those distinct accents. Have we listened to Todd Rundgren before, actually? Because I'm starting to feel like we have. I could be wrong, though. But it's a fantastic introduction to his work anyways. And that was the end of it. Damn, dude, what a stunner, you know. So I assume that was more about his ballad introducing himself, talking about where he's going. His song is longer than that. and carry on and just kind of continuing with life, making the most of it. I mean, like the album art there is pretty intense. You've got him with a noose around his neck. I'm actually not sure if I'm allowed to talk about what that is on YouTube. Some of the words like the S word, you know, in relation to sort of like game ending yourself. You're not allowed to say that on YouTube and stuff like that. It's pretty intense, but fantastic track. Yeah, and it was great to hear this musician, and I think the 2015 remaster was a faithful recollection of what was done before. But yeah, I'm really compelling musician. What have you guys been up to in the chat? I think you might have, Jay. You might have woken RC up. And it is a different mood. And Harrison, Gary, sup, welcome to the live stream. You are welcome. It was good to do the Khalil Fong video. I enjoyed listening to his music. Sup, RC, how you doing? Oh, it's 1971. Thank you very much, Elsie. I appreciate that. And I like the new album of Jay Chow. Greatest work. Well, speaking of that, next week's album live stream is the Jay Chow album 10. So that'll be good. I know. We've done a lot of Jay Chow over the year, but we're continuing with an album per month. We'll get there. We'll probably be at the greatest work of arts in April next year, at which point I will have to figure out what else to do. There's a lot of albums that people want me to review, so we'll continue with that. I'm aware that we didn't do an album review this month, which is something that I would like to avoid because I like doing 2 album reviews per month. It's good. That's all good. We'll figure it out. So I'm glad that you requested RC. Apparently he's believed in a band called Utopia. Oh, good for him that he played all the instruments himself. He's a very talented individual. Great crescendo. And a few opinions about the Jay Chou album. That's totally fine. And it reminds you of Beatles. That's cool. That's cool. I dig that. And I see. Yeah, to be fair, the single greatest work from Jay Chou is a pretty phenomenal track. You know, I remember listening through that and being very impressed. But again, thank you to Elsie for their choice. Now we have RCLM with Ram Jam. Ram Jam. I haven't heard this one before. What have you guys got for me this time? Oh, this is Ram Jam. Take care. Full disclosure, I didn't recognize the title because I thought it was Ram-a-Lam, Black Betty, Ram Jam. So this is their opener. Sick. Didn't realize this was released in 1977. Ram-a-Lam, whoa, Black Betty, Ram-a-Lam, Ram-a-Betty. I mean, I don't... I'm gonna stop. This does not sound like it was recorded in the 1970s. This is phenomenal audio production. It sounds like it was something from the 80s or newer. Those whooshes are fun though. Phenomenal guitar work. Great work with the alternate between those hi-hats. Fantastic sort of proggy transition there, switching up that tempo a little bit or switching up the rhythm. Okay, whoa. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't realize how like kind of unusual and sort of twisted with these progressions it was. I've never listened this far into it. Damn, it slaps actually. I've just realized I think that I think they're using a double kick pedal on that. I think they are. They're using a double kick. If that's the case, that's some heavy stuff, man. That's some heavy stuff. Pretty good for 1970s production. Kind of sounds like a chunky kind of bluesy kind of country kind of vibe there with the shred guitars. Here's a fun here's a fun game to play. If you listened to just this part, would you identify it with a hook? Would you like recognize that this was Black Betty if you hadn't heard it before? Because that's the power of a hook. Like the Ramalam part, people know that part, but this is so different. It's so creative. It's very inventive. And the musicianship and instrumental performance. And back to that riff. Stop it. They did not get back in there like that. And that is one of the most exceptional transitions back into a hook I've heard. They went to another galaxy with that progression. That is a masterpiece. I have grown such an incredible respect for this song after listening to it actively. I think the problem is that if you don't listen to this song carefully, you'll miss these little bits of nuance and you won't be there going along the journey with it. The power of the song is being present for it. I think there are some songs where you have to isolate yourself from everything else, remain undistracted, and focus on it and enjoy it. And that's kind of why I'm glad I'm doing this listening time stuff, right? Just focus on the music. That I cannot believe that this came out in the 70s. But then I guess I can, because there's a lot of really cool rock stuff coming from the 70s. But these guys are at the forefront of it as far as I'm concerned. Phenomenal effort. RC, great pick. Great pick. Good choice, RC. And what have you old shredders been chatting about? Enjoy your lunch. I know that we talked about that before, I think, but classic rock. This is honestly, like, if this is classic rock, I want to go back to the classic, man. I love this kind of rock music, and I feel that I want more bands to take more risks if they're doing rock, you know? I understand there's a market for more easily digestible stuff, but I think at the same time, the tale that we went on with this, I believe firmly that there's room for it in a modern market. I mean, this was the modern market back then. Could we not go back? I don't know, man. But great choice. And it does sound much newer. I cannot believe that this was released at that point. 1977. I'm not sure what the oldest song is. I think we listened to some stuff from the 1950s at some point, or the 60s. Glad that it's surprisingly good. Yep, I enjoyed the instruments also. It is like a freestyle show. And I believe it is. We are continuing. Andreas, Luke. Yep, yours is up. Yours is up soon, man. We'll get through yours today, Luke fan. We got Andreas now. Thank you to RC for that previous pick. Andreas with the Retreat. It's the 342 one. Album Escape from New York. Here we go. Oh, it's very spooky. What do we got? It's 65 Days of Static. I like that. This band is unstoppable, and you get the fuzzy guitars and the drums and a similar vibe to what we get from Andreas's picks a lot of the time. I like my rock and my metal, but I don't mind a bit of sort of more ambient stuff as well, you know? Like, what kind of genre of music would this be? Again, that percussion is absolutely sensational, you know. Works well with those octave chords. Kind of fuzzy and noisy, and I dig that. What I like is that he's playing on an acoustic kit. What a lot of bands try and do with samples nowadays. This is just really great musicianship. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I like that fact that it's instrumental. I think this allows you to sort of get sucked into the harmonies and the environment it creates. That bass, nice and full sounding. A little bit of a stutter to it. Great dynamic range. Bring it down a little bit. What time signature are we in now? 2, 3, 4. Are we missing with like 5/4 or 6/4 or something like that, or are they both in 5/4, or is it 10/4? Like, what are we going for here? Or is it 2/4 bars? 4/4 and 2? And are those synths? Are they using drum samples on those cymbals? I'm trying to figure it out because I can't tell if it's just really smooth hi-hat work or not. They are using some of that, I think. It's stuff that was adopted by like a lot of trap and hip hop people in the 2010s, but they did it 6 years earlier. Oh man. What a bubbly, fun track to listen to. Not fun for the traditional reason of it's upbeat and like exciting and stuff like that, but it's just incredibly intriguing. You know, you want to hear more and learn more about it, even with a lack of story or direction. It's almost like, I think, if you phenomenal chemistry between the band members, really competent performance, no note out of place, you know, just really pleasant and palatable and engaging. You know, I think that if you'd added lyrics or vocals to a track like this, it would have been a detriment because it would have taken you out of the magic of how everything else sort of evolved over time. Andreas, that was a fantastic choice. I enjoy these really atmospheric, moody tracks with these interesting sort of colorations there that make you wonder how the title reacts to the song. It does kind of sound like you're about to kind of fly away somewhere, look over the horizon. It's magical composition. What your shit has been talking about. Let's go, Andreas. Absolutely. That's good. I like the fact that we know what's going on and what's good. Shoegaze, post-rock. What is the difference between shoegaze and post-rock? That is my question for you. These are genres that I feel like I'm missing out on, man. I cannot fathom that is alive, but then I kind of can. I suppose it would have been just the actual output from the disc as opposed to including like the room sound of the fans and everything like that. But if they're playing that tightly loud, they're a band to be reckoned with, man. Absolutely. Exactly. Like what a showing of strength, man. But yeah, Andreas, thank you very much for that. Excellent. Yeah, I can't believe it either, man. I can't believe that's live. We've got a Winhow's track next. What do you got, Winhow? Oh, we got this. And who is this? Who is this lovely chap? Let's put the translation into the deep alifier and get this sorted. Oh, okay, I broke it. This is Singles Love Song by Lin Jixuan. Lin Jixuan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that semi-correctly. Let us continue. Great lead line here. Freshness to the drums and percussion overall. What? That was released in 1999? Is this like a compilation album or something like that? Where have we gotten ourselves, man? And the way that it stops like that, and you're just allowed to experience the airiness of that snare drum there. Great sort of triplet groove there, and it floats along. And I like how you got the dun dun dun, you got the toms going there. We're not trying to sort of overcomplicate it with 16th notes on those tom fills. Gentle development with those organ synth parts in the background. Nice sub layer. Great combination of the vibrato on the vocals as a held note with the articulation of those leads. Bringing that blues pentatonic scale, my dude. Okay, that's a cool concept, having the guitar coming on the other side and harmonize up the octave. Or was that like a bum bum? No, it isn't. It's an octave harmony. Okay, repetition of the vocal melodies here, sequencing from previous verses. I'm following along. I mean, it's a really professionally produced track of no runner or complaints about it. Oh, that build there, nice choice. I'm glad the guitars have been teased for a while. I'm glad we've got the guitars here. It's soulful, dude. I don't mind coming in with this hook again because we've had a different lead voice come in and sort of freshen it up, you know. And I'm loving the bluesy influences of these clean vocals. Oh, buddy. Hold it. Hold it, man. The sweetness from those guitar harmonies combined with his overall, like, phenomenal technique. Like, that held note at the end. It just soared and fluctuated. It was like a bird flying through the sky on the biggest wings, man. I'm really content with that one. I think part of the if I had understood what the vocals were about, that would have been like if I was grading that out of 10, that would have ranked really highly. I'm not sure why it didn't necessarily resonate with me. Like maybe I wanted there to be more sort of like space where things kind of went down a little bit or came up, you know, just a little bit more range in the dynamic part of it. But at the same time, I'm still really happy with it. There's nothing like you know the vocals, the structure, the motif, the performance itself, the production. It's all really great, and I enjoyed listening to it. I'm just not sure why I'm not more excited about it than I would expect myself to be given the ingredients we had. But Wenhao, thank you very much for your choice. Good stuff. We're past the halfway point now. Ow, I'm sorry guys. That was terrible. Let me just turn that down, because that would have been very loud for you guys. I'm sorry. Volume mixer. No. System sounds. Okay. Well, I had it down at 1, so I'm not sure why that was like loud. Anyways, what you been up to in the chat? Luca fan says such a classic. Yeah, I can imagine why it'd be a classic. Yeah. 70s rock is the best. The 70s rock is pretty dope. There's a lot of good stuff from the 70s. I'm still really excited about like the metalcore and stuff that I'm hearing recently, but I also, you know, I think there's a lot to appreciate there from the perspective of, yeah. There's lots of stuff to enjoy. I've gotten through a few tracks today. Yeah, really. Yeah, excellent. Oh, really? Oh, no, never mind. So that's been done, has it? Okay, well, thank you very much. Yeah, so again, guys, just while I remember, if you are unsure, if you've requested a track, you can find the link to the SP fan request playlist in the description of this live stream. And basically you can check through this playlist and see if your track is on there. I know I've still got to add a few tracks, and I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. But basically, if the track is here, I'm probably not going to do it again. Okay? So we want to check here just to see. And you can like use the thing to check in the playlist to find that song, okay? Just if you're unsure, okay? But anyways, the playlist is here to keep track of what we've done. What do we got? We got that track there. Thank you to LC for letting me know, for letting everyone know what one it is. And very well performed. He is competing Zhang Yuxing with high notes. Yeah, Martin, I could actually hear a little bit of what was going on there from your perspective there. I can imagine how there might have been like comparisons to that. But anyways, we got thank you, Wenhao. We've got Tianchimu now. This track. What do we got next? Lamp. That's not the one I want. It's this one. Let's go. Oh, this is gorgeous, dude. I adore it. I'm very happy with this immediately. This vibe is so chill and fresh. Those tones, those single coil guitar tones with the organ bright on the sides. And it's 2005? Her vocals are thoroughly appropriate for this song. I'm already sad that we're going to have to stop at the 5-minute mark, but great introduction. Great modulation of that harmony there. Are those some ninths in there? Are we adding some really intense 5-note chords in there? This is like this is effort. We're putting some serious effort into this, man. This is what I love. I love doing these. Dude, like we have the woodwinds and then the electric keys come in, and you know what I love about the vocalist is that they're clearly aware of the complexity of the accompaniment. So they're backing off a little bit on putting too much sort of like kind of intense, like how do I say it? They're balancing the complexity of the accompaniment with having a little bit less going on with the vocals. It's still heaps, like she's selling it. It's very careful equilibrium approach there. Is this city pop? Like, is this that kind of city pop vibe? I could be wrong, but city pop, city pop. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, like I don't want it to like city and pop. These like overall, dude. Dude, that bell tree there, the way it was placed, sends shivers down my spine, man. I adore it. This is one of my favorite tracks from today. So Tianchimu, great choice. Great choice. There's been a lot of cool tracks today, actually. The breathy tone of the vocals adds to that kind of relaxed, kind of chill vibe to it. Really appropriate way of voicing ourselves. We're being spoiled as listeners. There's constant little quirks and bits of ornaments and decorative instrumental parts. And they've all been recorded. Like, there's no samples. It's all been recorded. We've been spoiled today. It's testament to their skill as composers that they've got all these different elements and ingredients in the mix, and it just sounds like one big whole kind of melting pot of excellence. It's very difficult to do what they're doing right now, and I hope everyone appreciates the work they've put in to make this track special. It's hard to get these sounding as good as they do. That bass tone is to die for. Have they got the Moog synths in there as well? What don't they have? What do they have? What don't they have? I'm really sad we're gonna have to leave it. We're gonna have to stop at 5. This is just where it's getting good. No, I gotta stick to my rule. 5 minutes. Damn. Damn. We're gonna have to listen to more of this. Lamp. I'm gonna follow them. Follow them. They're absolute beasts. Absolute beasts. Wow. What a phenomenal, incredibly powerful and interesting song that was. Tianchimu. Great choice. Thank you to everyone for your choices so far today. We've got time for a few more. What you been up to in the chat, Shredders? Tianchimu, since we need some female singers in different styles. Yeah, well then this is a different style, to be sure, and I've had nothing but love for it. Great choice. Absolutely, RC, great choice. Luke at Fan says, haha, seems my choice next. 2 different vocal styles? That's cool. I'm always keen to hear different contrast. You take care, Alvin. Sleep well, Alvin. You have a good evening, all right? You have a good time, all right? It's good to have you be a part of the live stream. Thank you to everyone. Oh, okay. Someone, if people can let me know, yeah, let me. I know Andreas is asked about it, but if people can let me know too, like city pop, you know, if it's okay with you, like I'd like to hear some more city pop. I like those vibes a lot, and it's really new to me, and I'm having a good time with it, you know. Andreas, you're not an L. I think he's meaning you're like a winner. Yeah, I think that like the L is, if you call someone an L, I think you're calling them a loser, and if you call them a W, you're calling them a winner. So he's calling you a winner, Andreas, if I'm not mistaken. So that's awesome. And yeah, absolutely. Thank you to Andreas, and thank you to everyone in general for being really nice today. It's been great to hang out with people and just vibe. City pop is quite a Japanese concept. Yeah, that is my understanding of it, is that it's like a Japanese kind of thing. But I would love to hear more of it. Kind of like how I've heard a lot of stuff from like, you know, Japan and sort of Taiwan and China and stuff like that and all sorts. I've heard a lot of music from that and like sort of Korea as well. I want to hear music from all over the place. So please do. Please do. We've got Luke at Fan next with their pick. And it's Karen Mok. Who's Karen Mok? We're going to do this. And I think we've heard Karen before. We're going to hear more though today. Cheers. Oh, this is very different. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, the shimmers and the... Oh, it's fun. I feel like my eardrums are being tickled at the moment. Have you ever listened to music and been like, your eardrums feel like they're being tickled by the music? I love the vocal recording there. You can hear a breathiness, but there's also very little noise. It's been very professionally recorded, and the accompaniment is stunning as well. Similar kind of jazzy vibe. It's kind of, this could pretty easily be turned into vaporwave, I reckon. You could probably make vaporwave with the kind of vibes from this. Oh, nice drum groove. Switching around those kicks. I love that synth sound. I cannot get enough of that synthy key sound there. It works so well with the string synths and everything that's in the background and the smoothness of the drums. Is that a saxophone or something like that? What instrument is that? I'm really rough with my brass instruments for some reason.
的体验。若想真明白，真要好几年。
Now that was fun. That piano came in and it just swallowed everything up whole, but it was mixed and EQ'd so well that it wasn't affronting. Solo section now, apparently. Great quarter note groove there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And see, Karen's stepping back now. Yeah, a little bit more intensity in the vocals now, bringing up the mood, bringing up the vibe, man. Oh, I adore it. I haven't listened to a lot of Karen Mok, and I feel like I've been missing out. So thank you to Lucid fan Jacob for that. Yeah, I'm loving that she's getting more into it now. There's a bit more chest voice in here, a little bit less breathy. And harmonizing with some of those brass and other leads. This is one of the best recordings, like production-wise. I think the studio production, this is phenomenal. It's so tight. It sounded like it was recorded in 2022 as opposed to 2002. Is that she'd do a great ASMR voice, you know what I mean? Oh, that countryish vibe with those jazzy chords and the cymbal shimmers, man. Oh man, that is an excellent impression of her. I'm actually gonna give that a like. I'm gonna give that track a like. I can understand why Karen Mok is so popular. Yeah. Oh, she's gorgeous. Beautiful woman with a stunning voice and incredibly compelling music. Great instrumentation, a damn near flawless performance, and some of the best production I've heard in quite a while. Great combination, right? Great combination of elements. Thank you for that, Jacob. Awesome choice. So what are you guys been up to in the chat? The Queen, Karen Mok. Good to know. Glad that Andreas is enthusiastic. Tianchimu says, I'll share some city pop later with exactly 5 minutes, maybe. Share it in the Discord. If you don't know, we've got a Discord as well. I know the Discord link sometimes resets itself, so I need to obviously have like a semi-permanent Discord link. But if you can find the SP Discord, feel free to share it in the Discord. I have been away from Discord this week, but I will log into it right now. See, it's spooky month. There's a skeleton pumpkin here. So you know I'm in Discord now, okay? I'm in Discord now, you see. See? That. So now if I will see your Discord messages. Yes. Jonathan wrote the song. Oh, okay. So is that Jonathan Lee? It wouldn't surprise me. I don't mind that at all. I think that Jonathan is a phenomenal songwriter. Mizan Kenshin says, so it's going to be a long list until Pink Panther has finally got the recognition she needs. Well, to be fair, man, it's I'm not necessarily like lagging on these. I don't think I'm going that slowly through the tracks, but there's a few in the list. So the ways to get the songs played in this live stream and these fan requests that we do 2 of per month. There's usually a couple per month. The next one in 2 weeks' time is going to be a SP Patron fan request live stream. But basically, speaking of that, if you are an SP Patron and subscribe to the $3 or $12 tiers, basically, if if you become an SP patron, you get, if you join the $3 or $12 tier, you will get priority pick in that live stream as well, the one in 2 weeks' time. Only the SP patron fan requests though, because I don't want to do it for both. I think it's unfair if we have priority in both of the fan request live streams. So yeah. Yeah. That's cool. So yeah, let's have a look through this. Karen did have a unique tone, super nice. Yeah, she's got an interesting voice. I'll give her that. Really interesting voice. Really interesting voice. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of vocalists like her. I'm glad. Yeah, apparently Karen Mok is really well known. You guys like Asian songs. That's good, actually, you guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that, man. That's a spicy topic. There is problem logging in Discord, lol. Thanks for sharing. Nice. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Sometimes people struggle to get into Discord, and I apologize for that. I think that there is issues with people being able to set up Discord accounts in certain parts of the world. I understand that's frustrating. I don't know how else to do it at this point, but I appreciate the efforts to join Discord and join in regardless. Stacy Nelson says, TV, hi, thank you for reviewing Serenity Joy's song 4 weeks ago. She's my daughter, and I'm going to subscribe. Well, thank you very much, Stacy Nelson TV. It was a pleasure reviewing Serenity's music. I had a great time with it, and I'd be keen to review more of her music in future. I enjoy doing these reviews. And Luke at Fan says, if you have an issue with Asian songs, why are you here? I mean, that to be fair, that's a fair comment. In this channel, we do review a lot of music from parts of Asia, and I like it. I can't always guarantee I'll understand what the song's about, but it's been really cool to find a lot of really interesting musicians. But yeah, basically, if you can't get your song in the fan requests, like if there's not enough time to review a song, either we just got to try and get there for 5 o'clock at the fan request live streams, or become an SP patron where you can get custom monthly music reviews each month for just $12 per month, or you can get priority in the one SP patron fan request edition per month. But anyways, we're going to continue. Thank you, Jacob. We got you, Sayuri, Tower of Flower. This is the next track. Sayuri, Tower of Flower. Oh, thank you. Pronunciation is joy. I appreciate that. Serenity Joy. Thank you very much. I'm glad to have, because when I was reviewing the track, I was like, is it that? But I'm glad it's joy. So now I know for next time. Tower of Flower. But Sayuri, let's go. You. Oh, no. It slaps, dude. I love this I love high energy stuff. If you're wanting me to really kind of vibe and buzz along to stuff, put something high energy in the request and you're probably going to get it. I love the drum grooves with the powerful, passionate, charismatic vocal performance. It's so busy, but so lovable at the same time. Great crescendo there, very mild. Okay, buddy. Yeah, that's going on the list. When you've got lots of energy with the guitars and the drums and all that, you want to hold those notes as a singer so that you contrast and maintain your presence. Great head voice there. Okay, repetition of that. Good job, Sayuri. I would say that I think there would have been more power if the compression hadn't been so intense, but I'm wondering if that's simply because I would have preferred a consistency of the tone and the loudness rather than like, I suppose if this was like a theme for like an anime or something like that, it's different. You have to mix music differently for broadcast. Great guitar line. Really upbeat and colourful. Oh? I'm not sure how they're doing that, whether that's like a guitar or like a lead synth or something like that, but I'm happy with it either way. They could be using a synth guitar. Yeah, really powerful build in there. I'm thinking they might have put a sub drop at the start of that chorus because it does have a bit more oomph when you come into it. Yeah, great groove on the drums. Great use of 16th notes. A lovely little bit of a bubble to the tone of those guitars. Great choice here. I'm so thankful that they included a new lead instrument here because while I'm enjoying the sound of the vocals and the drums and the guitar and everything like that, and remembering that I can't understand the language. It's great to have the subtle little piano lines there. Great sense of tension with that extra bar. Oh, the chills. Oh, that was sneaky. The reason that was effective is because we're so used to having that chorus come in with the full band. And it kind of teases you a little bit. It's like, oh no, you ain't getting the whole one, and then you don't know when the instruments are coming, and you're like, what? And then it slams you with it, and you're like, oh yeah, here we go. That's power. That's when the composition, the songwriting's got you hooked. I cannot imagine how they would have written and phrased this. Like, how does the drummer know to do all of those things? Because the drummer's putting so much work in there. The drummer is putting so much work into this performance. He is selling it, dude. Bring it up. Oh, buddy. It's like heavy without being heavy. I'm not giving enough credit to the vocalist. The singer is phenomenal. She's doing an excellent job. I'm enjoying it. The accompaniment for me is so uplifting as well. I still feel as if Sayuri is capable of more. Oh, and the freshness of that lead there. Wow. I love how it flirts up there, like that portamento vibe. Going, wow, you know, it just vibratos it there. And dude, honestly, like, it's, part of what I love about modern production, because this was released in 2022, is that literally, like, music producers nowadays can just subscribe to, like, some professional level service and get access to thousands of really professional tones that sound like this, and you've just got unlimited possibilities nowadays for what you can accomplish, and those are just the presets. We live in a phenomenally incredible age for people who want to make music. There is no limit to what you can accomplish now, even at a bedroom producer level, and I adore it. But this commercial grade stuff is next level, and thank you for the request. It's a phenomenal track. What have you guys been talking about? Oh, thank you, Stacey Nelson. I'm glad that I got the pronunciation right. You says, wonder how the drummer memorizes the sheet. I don't know how they memorize it. That's the drummer was. I don't know whether. I mean, the drummer wasn't improvising because there were repetitions of various grooves and stuff like that. They're just incredible, and you could tell that a person actually played that. It had a sense of humanization to it, which is an actual word, by the way. It's when you. It's when like if you write the MIDI in for the instruments and then you control all and then go H in most digital audio workstations, and it'll give you the opportunity to randomize the perceived loudness of it within the MIDI information. But what's cool is that we had a drummer actually playing because that was quiet and loud in all the right spots. So kudos to the performers within this act as well as the vocalist. Read between the line and see you're very warm-hearted. Thanks for your efforts too. Good song of... Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, thanks to everyone for coming along to the live stream. It's been great to hang out with everyone. Hi, Russell. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. This Ruo says, this kind of song always cheers people up. Yep. I agree. I'm not sure what the song is about, and there were some minor tonalities in the vocals, but it's so energetic and charismatic that I don't feel deflated. I feel elated, you know? So Chiu Wu has this here, and we're going to add that to the end. I'm going to level with you guys. I'm not going to pretend that we're going to get through everything today. Hang on, let me just... Where are we up to now? Oh, Lenny! So it's got that one down. So people have been repeating a few today. There we go. We've got time for a few more, though. So we're probably going to get through another 3. And we've got Lanny here. Excellent. I want to recommend the song. Well, you're welcome to do that, Russell. I'll add it to the end, but I can't guarantee that we'll play it today because we're running out of time. I've got another 15 minutes to go. Okay, but we'll do our best, okay? I won't spend too much time. It comes from like Chorus Recall anime. That's cool. Well, neither have I, but I'm sure it's a great anime. Again, the theme for it is phenomenal. But Lanny time. Thank you to you for that choice. Time for GM. Hey, okay, let's go. GM time. Haven't listened to GM in a while. Very different vibe, though. Very different vibe. So this is her newer stuff from 2019. Okay. Oh. Dude, her voice is sensational, man. And I love that sensuality to it with the modern drum samples. The graphics tied, dude. And I love the way she's pronouncing the words, you know, there's a great sort of emotional intensity to it alongside the piano line. Oh? Oh? That's an acceptable distorted guitar tone. Wasn't pretty. She didn't have to go that hard then. This song is 2 minutes 40. It's so full of stuff to appreciate and enjoy. I just love the chord progression in that part. There were 4 different lines there. You know, we weren't gonna just phone it in. There's no filler. A little bit more sort of intensity to this. I'm sorry, is this the first heavy GM track I've listened to? Because I'm loving the way those distorted guitars come in beautifully double tracked there. And it's just a kind of aggressive. And I kind of like this tone from GEM. She does this well. Are there other songs where she kind of sings with this type of music? Is there more of this on this album? A little bit of more articulation with those palm muted parts. And the drums as well. You've got a really slick overall presentation of it, which comes from like that kind of major label studio vibe, but it's still got a grittiness to it. And it's just done. We just did an out. She just slayed that, man. I adore that performance there. Like, there's no complaints whatsoever. I mean, I love when GM is able to sort of flex her vocal prowess there with the clean and the rapping parts, on top of accompaniments and backing that really kind of sort of exercise her a little bit. You know, like she has to play around with some interesting sort of weird chords that are a little maybe sort of like the flat -7 flat 5s or something like that, and kind of twist and sort of wiggle around. And I think this matched her abilities as a singer, as a vocalist, in a way that's really positive and engaging. Really cool, man. Honestly, like, this was a great check from Lanning1185. Thank you very much for this choice. We are nearly done. I'm going to do 2 more songs, okay? So today we're probably going to finish on Eric. We're going to finish on Paul's track, okay? So those will be the last 2 tracks for today. But sensational effort, a wide variety of different tones and tunes. I'm grateful to have had the time to sort of enjoy it. And hopefully you guys watching this have enjoyed it too. I know this is around the time where the live stream typically ends. But it took a bit of time for us to figure out how to get started. So that's okay. But we got the next track from Lanny1185 is Kenshi Yonezu. You know, Eric next. Eric. This here, is it going to be more of GEM stuff? I don't know, but we're going to find out. So is this like another anime intro or something like that? Okay, so it's got that kind of hip-hoppy trap kind of beat with these clean vocals on top. Occasional clicks there. So is Kenshi Yonezu, like, do they, like, because I can see, like, I think that's a Chainsaw Man down there, is that right? Is that Chainsaw Man? Is that a reference to that anime? Because if it is, that's kind of dope. Oh, the guitar slap, man. I like the 16-note swing groove to it as well. Again, fantastic tones in that snare as well, that reverb there, bringing it down a little bit for this first part. Great dynamic range there, changes perceived loudness. Doing well, Shredders. It's been a longer live stream, but it's been good. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's go. Again, I love the fact that we're switching up the instrumentation, taking away those distorted guitars there, returning to a motif that we're more familiar with there. His vocals are tight in whichever situation he's in. I like the fact that he's double tracking them in this part though for a bit of extra width. I like the fact that he tries to resolve the vocal melody to a major, but the strings kind of deny it and they go down to like a minor. Like that. Great way of kind of teasing the listener a little bit, you know? I mean, I don't mind him repeating his vocal melody, honestly. Like, the smoothness of his vocals helped to sort of fix it into the rest of the mix. It's great to hear him building up, though. Oh, and those strings are divine, man. Yep. Yep. Okay. Oh. Stunning. I mean, like, that was sort of the motif we had before. It's not like we're sort of reinventing the wheel there, but I think we just had enough to keep it interesting before that to sort of justify one final round of it. Awesome. I had some cute little natural harmonics on the guitar before that. Great choice there. Thank you to Eric there with their track from Kenshi Yonezu, Lemon. Awesome. Yep, I vibed with that. I can understand why I got so many plays. What did you put up to in the chat, though? What chat say? Lemon. Blue Dinner Box says, I like this song, but it's too overplayed everywhere in China, and I start hating this song, just like Maroon 5 Sugar. Dude, man. Maroon 5 Sugar. What is Maroon 5? I've never known what they are. Maroon 5 has always been something that's confused me a little bit. As a band, I understand that they're popular and they make music that people enjoy, but what is specifically special about Maroon 5? Why is it they're bigger than other acts? Maybe you guys can let me know. Is it because the guy has a semi-unique voice? What's the deal with Maroon 5? But yeah, they should play it a bit less so people get sick of it. And good to know that I was right about the Chainsaw Man anime. Yu says he was diagnosed, I'm assuming this is Kenshi, of autism, and it is really inspiring that he made a huge success in the music industry. I absolutely feel the same way. I'm proud of him for that. It's very difficult to make it in the music industry, especially if someone is not neurotypical. So it's beautiful. Thank you for letting me know that. It helps me to appreciate him a little bit more, even though I respect him a lot already. But we got one more track today. Thank you to Eric for that last choice. We got Paul7931 for the last song of today. And then we shall have Sleepies from Lee Kwan, if I'm not mistaken. Paul.
都刚说的人，不害怕牺牲，只求你去爱我。
Oh man. Is this the kind of cute little piano ballad?
往前是解脱，后退是自由。
Now, how do you pronounce this, by the way? I don't want to mispronounce. Li Xuan? Is it? It's not Quan, is it? Xuan. It's confusing because I'm still getting my head around it. So is the Q a CH sound? Like Li Xuan. Huh? Bring up those pianos. Is this live? Is this a live album? It sounds like it's live. Oh, phenomenal reverb on his vocals though, man. Whoa, that piano though. Paul, this is a great way. Paul 7931. This is a great way to finish the night. Thank you very much. What a chill outro song, man. What a great song to finish off. I love how he's louder than the rest of the instruments, and usually that's not a good thing, but here, his voice is so engaging and interesting. I don't mind. Oh, man. I knew it was coming. Oh, there we go. Good. Good, good, good. I knew this was coming. It was too open. It was too open. It was like he was stuck in an abyss with a cute little jazzy piano behind it. But the full band comes in, that oomph coming in at the halfway point. A guitar solo. It's so surreal having the tremolo picked guitar with the China cymbals being bashed like that. It's so not what I expected. I know he's working with a ride, isn't he? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And good night. Oh. Damn, dude. Wow. Wow. What a class act. No complaints whatsoever. I haven't listened to this musician before, I don't think. But I adore it. I adore it to pieces. I've liked it already. I'll follow him too. And in chat, what do we got to say? Li Xuan. Quan should be pronounced like Qian. Li Xian. Li Xian? Li Xian? It's very hard for me, man, but I'm going to roll with Li Xian. Li Qian? Yeah, Li Qian. Hopefully I'm getting that right, Andres. Li Qian. And Paul7931 says he is both a singer and a producer. Well, I approve. I approve. On that note, Daniel says, "Hi Logan, is it possible to add one more?" I apologize, it is not. Even if I was able to add it, we still have choices after this. We still had songs after this. But what I will say is, again, as a final note, if anybody here is wanting to have their music reviewed, you're welcome to come to the fan request live stream in 2 weeks' time. It will be an SP Patron fan request live stream, so patrons will get priority pick. You can choose either the $3 USD or the $12 USD tier on that. There are links in the description. But more importantly, I think we've gotten through a lot of good tunes today. Thank you to all of you who came along to this fan request live stream and submitted your stuff for me to check out. Hopefully you found some new songs that you enjoyed too. Because effectively, with that note there, my hair is a mess, isn't it? Wow, my hair is an absolute mess. Wow, okay. Thank you very much for coming along to this SP Fan Requests number 25. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. Hopefully the audio is good. Please bear in mind, there is a small chance that YouTube could block this video overnight. So if you don't see it tomorrow, it's just because YouTube has found a video that it wants to block, or a song that it wants to block. It will be re-uploaded, so don't worry, okay? But in the meantime, stay cool, Shredders. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Thank you for confirming that, Andreas. And I'm glad, Paul, that he is a singer and producer. Li Xian is a fantastic musician. And I'll catch you in the next live stream. Next week is going to be Jay Chow album number 10. We are slowly making our way through these albums. I will continue with the same type of system I had for the previous one. We'll have the listening time. It'll be all good. Spiderhands Out. Stay cool, Shredders. And then 3, 2, 1.